it's Allie, and I wanted to do a quick share over here so you could see where I'm at with my Week in the Life album, actually getting it put together. I have Monday photos all printed, Monday journaling into the album, at least the type journaling part. My plan right now is to continue on with the photo printing and print all of the photos, and then I will come back in to the album to do any embellishing, any stamping, or any extra things. Lots of photo enlargements this time. That just felt really like what I wanted to do in my own album. So you're going to see quite a few of those just back to back. I don't even know how much I probably won't do a lot of embellishing. I don't know how much embellishing I'll do. I probably won't do a lot of embellishing on these big photos. I kind of just love them as they are. And I've got a few other things going on over here. So this will get filled in after I get all my photos printed. You can see I've got a 4x4, 4x6 here. This was journaling that was done during the week. This is a little card that I'm still going to add something onto, and I think I'll do that later on in the process after I get the rest of the photos printed. Here is photos in pockets. So I've got a 4x6, two 4x6s here, the gratitude that I had filled out previously, a little Monday plastic circle that I think I'm going to put on the back there. This is my ephemera page, and I need to add one more thing on there. And then what I decided to do on the back of here was just go ahead and add a photo. It's definitely a place where you could have your journaling there. You could have a photo collage there. Lots of different things could be done in that space. But for me, again, with this full page photo and just really leaning into the photo part of this project this year feels like the best fit for me. This is the page that I put together for our prep day this year that had the from the kids, and these are the photos that the kids sent on Monday. And what I did was I put a little foam adhesive on the inside and underneath, because there's a collage on the back here that just can stop the photos from going all the way through. I might need to rework that a little bit. I'm going to see if I like it that way, or if I decide I want to adjust it. I will show you when I get farther along in the album. The next page in here for me is probably actually one of my favorites in terms of the spread specifically. And I don't know if I'll be able to do this for all of the days. I'm not sure if I'll have enough photos for all of the days. But this is a layered template that's available in the shop. It's the one that had the hours on it. It had every other square was 9 a.m., 10 a.m., that sort of thing. I decided to take that part off and just use it for my photos. I love seeing all of these photos all together. So essentially what I did is I went in and I first picked out which are the ones that I want to enlarge, which are the ones that I want 10 by 4, which are the ones that I want, I have just a couple 4x6s and a 4x4. The rest of them, I love putting them all together like this. I also think it pairs really well with the way that I'm adding in my journaling again this year, which is going ahead and copying and pasting directly from my blog post. So I've got the journaling, and in between each of the spots where the photo was in the blog post, I just put a couple of dashes or slashes there. This one actually came about because this was the end of the photos that I had for the day. And so then I was able to just take off the top parts, right? This is a layered template, so you're able to mask your photos inside there, and just went ahead and used this large block there for text. This is actually then continued on to another card, which I'll talk about in a minute. But I love how this turned out. Again, that's a layered template, or you can just create your own. I went ahead and made it bigger. The layered template is actually 10 by 8 size, and I just stretched it a bit to make it fit the height, and then it gives you this nice little bit along the edge there for the rings. So after this page, then we're going into another full page photo. Again, like I said, that's really what I'm personally loving this year. Then we come into the 10 by 4 pocket page. This is where I went ahead and printed journaling directly onto this 10 by 4 journal card. You can do that by test printing your journaling block. First, actually, what I would do is measure. There's a couple things you can do. One is just measuring this card, measuring this space, setting that up in Photoshop or whatever program you're using, and then running it through your printer. Another option is to use the digital version of this, where you could put the journaling on top of there and then just print it all out. What I did is I actually used the digital version to set up where my text was going to go, did a test print, and then took this card that has the gold foil on it, which is the one that we actually sold in the shop, did temporary adhesive onto the page so I could see already, right? It already came out. Let's see. I have the example of that right here. Looks just like this. So you can see I knew where it was going to fit, and then I was able to temporarily adhere that back on, remove the black line before I put it through the printer, and then go ahead and print that, and it printed perfectly right on there. So that turned out really good. I like how that looks. I like the it's very clean and crisp, which is something that I do like for this project. So then I have 10 by 4 photos there, 10 by 4 photos here, a couple more from the day. And then for Monday, and I don't know if I'll have enough photos for every day for this, but having 2 more full page photos. So like I said, just really leaning hard into that and loving that look for this time, and then finishing Monday with that photo. So next up for me will be moving into Tuesday, getting all my photos printed. That's really going to be my focus for the beginning part of putting this project together, is just getting all the photos printed, getting all of those added into the album itself, and then I'll come back in and do any stamping, probably add a few embellishments here and there, but not a lot. This project, I don't usually add a ton of embellishments to it, but I'm looking forward to continuing on with the process. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comment section below.